I want to pop off. How about you? All right, then. All right, we got hangers. We got hangers for days here. Let's get these janks. Let's get these janks. And you know what? I already know. And y'all already know. You already know how Resurgence rolls. So we're not going to let that happen. Nice try, Resurgence. We're on to you. All right. Drop it down just a little bit more. Good luck, everybody. Let's get into these hangers, and then we've got 4 decent boxes to open back there. You guys know I'll take care of you no matter what happens, but I want to pull some deeds. I want to see them, and then I want to ship them right to yous. Raheem Mostert. Okay, that might be the first one we open. Empty box. Groovy, baby. Yeah. Let's see here. Javon Holland. Empty box. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this pairing over here. Dante Culpepper. Somebody just mentioned him not that long ago. I think it was Stinky. Doc, what's up, bro? And Nico Collins. Empty box. You know what? Y'all are getting swapped out like that. And we're starting with this one. Chet, what up, dog? Doc, how are you, my friend? How are yees? Raheem Mostert, Mark Brunell, Dante Culpepper, Jalen Petrie, Joe Namath, Eddie George and George Pickens, Wes Welker, Mushin Mohammed, James Conner, Chase Brown. Our silver is not a rookie. It is Will Anderson Jr. for the Texans. Chet, what up, dog? Mark Brunell for the Jags, the left-handed bandit himself. L'Jarius Sneed for the Titans. Chris Jenkins. Oh, we got a numbered. It is a numbered bill for B-Wax. Matt Milano out of 99 on the purple jaunt. There you go, brother. Jordan Love for the Niners. Brock Purdy on the fireworks. And Jacob Cowing to start out our night. Get that work in, dog. Holla at it. We got 3 more of those to do. We'll put your boy Matt Milano up there, bro. I know he's your boy. There he is. Look, holla. Doc, I know all too well. Just brief story for Primo. There was a time where I worked darn near 13, probably closer to 14, but 13 hours a day every day. No days off. Just work, then eat, throw something down my throat, go back, work. Now that's early on. That's early on, Primo. You know, that's, well, not early on, just back in the day, John. So I know all too well, and I've done every shift. I've done morning. I've done overnight. I've done it all. I've done it all. I've seen it all. It's what's messed up. Here, hang on. Let me take care of this Jordan Love real quick. What's messed up is you kind of, I can explain it. You kind of just become it. If that's about as easy as I can make it. It just becomes what you are. Yeah, you're tired, but you're still doing it. Javon Holland, Tony Baselli, Jacoby Brissett, Max Crosby, Darius Slade Jr., Geno Smith, Brian Burns, Brad Johnson, Marvin Mims, Tyson Badgett, Trey McBride, Corey Dillon, Silver Hollow, Jonathan Stewart, jump up on me. Jesse Bates III, Jordan Love, yeah, we'll take that, Robert. Terrell Owens for the Niners we take as well, Penda. Javon Bullard's not the worst thing you can get for the pack. George Kittle, hype. Vikings, J. McCarthy going to Mr. Nealand, and Jermaine Burton. Good hanger. Old Jonathan Stewart, too. Sorry, I'm trying to make my wall here. It's just how it is. It's just how it works. Especially if you're working long hours, many hours. It just becomes what it is. That's awesome, Robert. Nico Collins, Byron Young, Dwight Freeney, Jacoby Myers, Bill Parcells, Ty J. Spears, Darius Slade Jr., Geno Smith, Mark Andrews, Brandon Aubrey, Cornelius Bennett, Jahmyr Gibbs. Our silver is a rookie this time for a change. Keelan Robinson for the Jags. Jared Goff for the Lions. What up? Look at that guy. Holla at him. Jacoby Brissett, Steve Young for the Niners. John Edwards for the Steelers. Trey Benson, Emergent. Hype. Chris Olave for the Saints. There's a Saint. And Troy Franklin. There's you a Saint, dog. Okay. I get that. At the end of the day, you know, I feel like we do a pretty good job of spreading the love around in here. And that where it's actually something that where good things come out of it. I think we might have one of those tonight, but I'm not 100. I don't know. I don't ever know. Am I groundbreaking status? Thoughts with Primo. And cards too. Dante Culpepper, Jalen Petrie, Tua Tagovailoa, Evan Ingram, Russell Wilson, Earl Campbell, Fred Warner, Devin Singletary, Chase Brown, Javonte Williams, Shaq Thompson, Andre Ware. We got a Green Bay Packer here. Romeo Dobbs. Packers doing all right, Robert. Kyle Pitts for the Falcons. Zaire Franklin for the Colts. Lawrence Taylor for the G-Men. Our rookie is Jermaine Burton. We got a base Brian Thomas Jr. for the Jags. For the Pats, Jacob May making an appearance, and John Edwards again. And that is officially the end of the retail in this break. We'll do the H2 next because technically that's the smaller of the boxes that are left. And it's got a decent amount of cards in it. So I feel like we should go after that one first. They weren't bad. And we got a numbered one. We'll take those. I've opened a lot of hangers. Those don't show up all the time. So I haven't pulled a gold this year. Out of this year's Prism. I did last year. Take care of all of these now. And John. All right, H2, your turn. You're up. We'll do midnight last. And it was a bill. Yes, it sure was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's an empty box. We got all our packs. Let's see if Phoenix can tickle our fancy a little bit tonight. Michael Pittman Jr., Romeo Dobbs, Tyler Lockett, Logan Wilson, Garrett Wilson, Brian Burns. For the Niners, it is a silver George Kittle. We take those. And a Malik Washington for the Dolphins, University of Virginia. Nice little Kittle to get it started out, Niners. We'll take that, Penda. Hey, Mint City. Let's see here. Quincy Williams. Oh. Hufanga, Montez Sweat, Stephon Diggs, James Cook. Got a Jag here. Can it be the right one? It is the right one. Nice. Brian Thomas Jr. Sweet. And that is out of 200. Rashad White is also out of 200. And a Jacob May on the base. Okay. All right. I like the start, Phoenix. We'll take that, brother. We'll take that, Rob. We certainly will. Rob does a pretty good job picking his teams most of the time. Zach Moss, Nico Collins, Trayvon Walker, Dak Prescott. Hey, Lion Hunter, good to see you, bro. Josh Hines Allen, Jatavian Sanders on the silver for the Panthers, a Daniil Hunter for the Texans, Rome Odunze on the base. And let's see what this Daniil's out of. It is out of 75, first on print out of 75 for the Texans. Not bad, Nimitz. Okay. Odunze. And Sanders. Micah Parsons, Ramondre Stevenson, Ty J. Spears, Levante David, Deshaun Watson. There you go, Bethany. Aiden Hutchinson. For the Commanders, Doug Williams and Gary Clark, Treasured Tandems Pandora. It's not numbered. And Jatavian Sanders on the base for the Panthers. Did you, bro? Quay Walker, TJ Watt, Tyreek Stevenson, Saquon Barkley, George Karlaftis, CJ Stroud. For the Chargers, it is Gus Edwards on the Pandora and Adisa Isaac for the Ravens. Yeah, these Pandoras aren't numbered. Well, I think they can be, but these aren't. The last ones we've just pulled are not. Will Levis, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne Jr., Matt Stafford, Raheem Mostert, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, and Chop Robinson. There's our base pack. Stop it, Doc. Be a lot cooler if that was Lad. Trey McBride, Kyron Williams, Patrick Queen, Trevor Lawrence, Danny Dimes, Josh Jacobs. Oh, man. Jags are eating. Rob Nealon with the numbered Pandora. Brian Thomas Jr., 13 out of 33, and a Jared Verse. That's a nice card, folks. We like those. Mr. Swim. Party at the Moon Tower. Check you later. Check you later. Not yet, Aries. Not yet. What have you done to me? Mike Evans, Russell Wilson, Honey Badger, Mark Andrews, Devin A-Chain, Alex Highsmith. We've got a Falcon this time. It is a rookie, And it's a guy throwing a football. Hey, it's Michael Penix Jr. on the Pandora. And a Xavier Legate. This has been a good box. Give us an auto, too. Mr. Penix. Sports. I don't think he's in here, or he hasn't said anything anyways if he's here. And Legate. Rashad White, Terry McLaurin, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, George Kittle, CeeDee Lamb. Did we get one? For the Eagles, Will Shipley on the auto. We did get one. And Jonah Ellis for the Seahawks. That is going to Ott. Those are nice, those Pandora autos. Good evening, good evening. And we haven't actually touched a full hobby box. Zaire Franklin, Patty Mahomes, Trey Tucker, Jalen Johnson, Deron Bland. For the Bills, Amari Cooper. He keeps showing up for you, bro. James Cook's also behind him. That's your boy. Out of 125. Excellent. And Brock Bowers. Yep, that was a good box. That was a good box. Thank you. Thank you, Phoenix H2. We appreciate you. Now we do Rookies and Stars. Then we'll do Resurgence. And then we'll do Midnight. 10 cards per pack, 6 packs per box. That's an empty box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're all in there. What kind of treasures lay within the Rookies and Stars, I wonder? TJ Watt, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Jones, Kirk Cousins, Nick Chubb out of 299. It's a Brown. Blake Corum, rookie rush. Spencer Rattler for the Saints. Jared Goff on the airborne for the Lions. Ladd McConkey. And Johnny Wilson. Okay. Look, the Browns get a little bit of love. Who knew? There's your Ladd dog, and there's a Spencer Rattler in there. What up? Big Mac, what up, dog? I didn't have any Browns, so I just sent Cowboys extras. Sorry. My bad. Whoops. I do too. That's why I don't do that. I don't do that spin around thing. I can at least show you the base card and we can move on. Christian Kirk, Kenneth Walker III, Dak Prescott. Oh, I wasn't ready. I didn't realize that pack was a little bit bigger. Lamb Jack. Yo-Jitsu, you do it not every time, but 95% of the time you do it. 288 out of 399 Lamb Jack patch for the Ravens. Out of 35 for the Chargers, that is Quentin Johnston. 24 out of 35. Not bad, Andrew. Amari Cooper, Artistry in Motion. Jermaine Burton for the Bengals. For the Pats on the Crusade, Drake May, Javon Bullard, and Jacob Cowing. Amari Cooper. Look, another Browns card. What's going on around here? That's enough Browns cards. That's what I say. And Lamb Jack. A Lamb Jack. Kimberly. Did you have a better day, Kimberly? You better say yes or lie to me, one of the two. Danny Dimes, Gus Edwards, DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, hold up. This might be the auto. Maybe. Oh, no. You son of a gun. What are you doing in here? Michael Pratt. At $2.99. It happens. Brian Thomas Jr., Marshawn Lloyd. For the Saints, it is Chris Olave Thrillers for the Saints, and that is out of 99. Jordan Love on the Airborne. Devin Culp and Byron Murphy II. I did. I got pratted. It's because I was talking trash to you. That's what it is. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. They throw him in there too. Yep, he's part of the set too. But they did give us some decent cards in that pack. A nice Jordan Love, a nice Chris Olave. Brian Thomas Jr. was in there, so I'm not discouraged. Okay. Let's see here. C.J. Stroud, Najee Harris, T. Higgins, Justin Jefferson. Oh, Bethany. I'll take care of it right now because these cards are so soft. Be careful if you take this out of the top loader. Myles Garrett on the True Blue, and that's out of 149. Sean Alexander, Jared Verse for the Rams. Rookies and Stars Thrillers, Trey Benson, that's not numbered, Ben Sinnott, and Tavondre Sweat. Okay. And a little Jared Verse action for the Rams. I figured. Kyle Pitts, Travis Etienne Jr., Geno Smith, it's a patch. Jalen Wright for the Dolphins out of 399. Something, Jeremy. CeeDee Lamb for the Cowboys. David Montgomery for the Lions. Devin Leary out of 49 for the Ravens. C.J. Stroud Airborne. Roman Wilson and Marshawn Lloyd with one pack left that should have some form of auto in it. Well, you know, I mean, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And Jalen Wright. Okay. Let's see here. CeeDee Lamb, James Cook, Quentin Johnston. We got two numbered cards here. All right, hold on. All right, one's a True Blue auto, I think. For the Pats, Kendrick Bourne out of 149. And the auto is out of 99 for the Bengals, Jermaine Burton. Okay. Bo Nix, Marvin Harrison Jr., Crusade Malik Neighbors for the G-Men, Chris Jenkins, and Joe Milton to end it out. Autos were a little lackluster. I'll give you that. They were a little lackluster. Those are usually a little bit spicier. But we had some other good cards in there that weren't autos. Anything that involves Michael Pratt's kind of a letdown at this point. But who knows? Maybe one day he'll start somewhere or something. Maybe. Could be. Possibly. Probably not. But it could happen. All right. It's resurgence time. Get your boots on. All right. That's right, Dustin. That's right, my friend. Anybody got in here late, I always do a recap at the end, so don't worry about that. We'll see what's behind all that stuff. 1, 2, 3. I don't see anything impressive there. 1. Oh. Yep, that's RPA. 1, 2, 3. I think it is anyways. Yeah, it's got to be. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. That's all our packs. Empty box. Get after it, Primo. Show us a deed. Appreciate those likes, Lion Hunter. Peyton Manning, Dan Fouts, Eli Manning, Tim Brown. Refractor, Aeneas Smith for the Eagles. Circuit Breakers, Refractor, Roman Wilson for the Steelers. Dallas Turner and Will Shipley. So we got Roman Wilson for the Steelers. We got a little deed, a little Aeneas Smith for the Eagles, and that's how it starts out. All I need is a miracle. Terry Bradshaw, Steve Largent, Aaron Donald, Maurice Jones-Drew, J.J. Watt for the Texans on the Refractor. We've got Darrell Revis for the Jets on the Glimmer and Gleam. Ricky Parasol and Quinyon Mitchell for the Eagles. Okay. And I just take care of all these right now, you guys, because it makes it a lot easier for me to get this stuff out to y'all. I don't have to do a whole lot of fumbling around when I'm sorting. It's just done. Ready to eat. Terrell Davis, Anthony Munoz, Jim McMahon, Andre Reed. For the Saints, Fuaga out of 125. Marshawn Lloyd, Blake Corum, and Drake of May. Corum. Jacob. Little Fuaga action, dog. What up, homie? Man, you don't know nothing about Fuaga, son. He got that fire. Tom Brady. Adrian Peterson. Isaac Bruce. Hines Ward. What's going on here? For the Colts, it is Anthony Gould out of 249. Marshawn Lloyd on the Refractor, Voltaic, Sandstrol, and Kalen Bullock. Oh, my stomach's getting all bubbly inside. I don't know what's about to pop off here. Something. Will Levis, Doug Flutie, Mike Singletary. Oh, look at that. What does that mean? What does that mean, Joe Boo? Mike Singletary, Troy Aikman, It means Jonah Ellis is our first auto. That's what it meant. Travis Kelce, Glimmer and Gleam. Jonah Ellis and Michael Hall Jr. Joe Boo was just trying to warn me. He was like, "Get ready, dude. It's not Bo, it's Jonah." J. Watt, Dan Marino, Drew Brees. Fuaga on the refractor. What is that? Sign off. That's got to be a case hit. Eli Manning for the Giants. Going to Ott. Let me take care of that. Yeah, I haven't pulled a sign off yet. It's actually the first one I've seen. Pulled. It's right here in my hand. I've seen it on the box, but I haven't pulled it yet until right now. And Gil had the Giants. No, I'm just kidding. The Giants were Ott. C.J. Stroud, Trevin Wallace, and Devin Leary. A little sign-off action. We take those, Ott. Brian Dawkins, Frank Gore, Bob Greasy, Jamal Charles. For the Cowboys, it is Troy Aikman. Ray Davis for the Bills, Morgan and Reichert. And we still have two autos. Well, an auto and an RPA, but same thing, really. That's why Joe Boo fell. It was the sign-off Eli. Fred Taylor, Brett Favre, Ozzie Newsome, Bryce Young. For the ladies, Fred Biletnikoff, Will Levis Conductors, Fashanu, and A.J. Barner. And A.J. Barner. It's A.J. Barner. Mr. Biletnikoff. Ray Lewis. Boomer Esiason, Joe Thomas, Antonio Freeman for the Pack. Who you got, Antonio? Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, little Drake May auto. Yeah. Ooh, there's a nice card for the Vikings behind that, too. Hi, Jacob. And look at this little Randy Moss out of 50 here. 6 out of 50 on the Glimmer and Gleam for the Vikings. That's nice as well. Going with your bad self-resurgence. Keon Coleman and Caleb Williams. Now, that's a pack, folks. That's a pack. Donovan McNabb, Troy Polamalu, Doug Williams, Eric Dickerson. Seahawks, Byron Murphy. Spencer Rattler on the Conductors. Chris Jenkins and Michael Pratt. Are they B-Wax? I'm aware of them. This is the first one I've held. And we've opened, what? Darn near 3 cases of this now. Anthony Richardson, John Elway, Roger Staubach, Emmett Smith. For the Finns, Dan Marino on the refractor. Ooh, Xavier Leggetti out of 275. Going to Josh B. Exum, Xavier Worthy, and Ladd McConkey. Who's Matt got? Oh, the Lions. Matt already knows. Even if they don't show up, I think you picked. You couldn't be with a better. You couldn't be with a better one. First of all, I throw in. Second of all, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. There's no lose there. All right, C.J. Stroud, Torrey Holt, Rob Gronkowski. That RPA is looking a little red there. Trey Benson, Latu, Roman Wilson. No way. Oh, we got double pratted. Good, get him out of our face. Get it over with. I'll throw in extras just so I don't have to see you again for like 3 weeks. Go. We hadn't seen him in a while. He needs to go ahead and go away. That's fine. That's fine. We had a case hitting a Drake May in there. Let's just go ahead to go. Good riddance. Primo throwing from his PC because you decided to show up twice. And if he's in this box, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. He better not be. Good luck, everybody. Yep, it is. One's for the Pack and one's for the Bucks. Here it is. Empty box. I forgot to send you another box. Well, I'll send it to you this weekend. I can use a bigger box than what I usually send this stuff in. I still got them sitting back there. No RPA. Good luck, everybody. Who we starting out with? We are starting out with Phil Simms for the G-Men. Uh-oh. He just keeps showing up. Bocephus Nix for the Broncos. Looky here. For the Seahawks, that is a nice auto, bro. This one's numbered to 3025. Sean Alexander going to BWAX. That is an excellent auto. You're absolutely right. Put a little Psalm on there, too. Ooh, a little Denver legend. Who's Dennis Smith? I don't even know Dennis Smith, but Denver auto. Behind that is for the G-Men. It is Michael Strahan and Lawrence Taylor on the Constellations. For the Pack out of 25, Brett Favre. Oh, look at this sick card right here. 10 out of 20. Nightball, Steve Lart. Oh, man, that's a really cool-looking card. It's one of those that doesn't do justice. That was a great box. That was a spectacular box. Andrew, you did fine. You didn't hit a $200 card or anything, but you did fine. Would have been nice to get a numbered lad or something. I don't know this gent. Maybe I should, but I don't. I don't know this gent. Dennis Smith. Sean Alexander. Bocephus Nix. and Philip Sims. Sports, I'm getting ready to do a recap. I'm trying to think. It was a decent break, but I'm not sure what you did or didn't get in this. Jets, Colts, Falcons. There was a couple of well, I'll do the recap, but other than a Pandora Michael Penix Jr., that's all that's coming to mind right now. But we got Pratted twice. Twice. Yes, I said twice. We got Pratted twice. Not once, twice. No, twice. Appreciate you, Lion Herner. Have a good night, bro. Everybody have a good night. I'm going to do this recap. We'll get back to select tomorrow. I just wanted to break for the day. We'd done it enough. We'd done it enough. I wanted to open a little bit more cards. Good night. Good night, brother. Appreciate you, B-Wax. I'll see some of yins tomorrow. Anything you got today or tomorrow, we'll all go out together on Friday, because that's how I do it. Ain't no reason sending y'all one package every day. You package on your doorstep every other day. Blake Corum, Bo Nix, Jermaine Burton out of 99. Marvin Harrison Jr., Myles Garrett was out of 149. Jordan Love, Lambjack out of 399. Spencer Rattler, Will Shipley auto for the Eagles. Daniil Hunter was out of 75, first on print. Brian Thomas Jr. out of 33. Chris Olave Thrillers, that was out of 99. There's one of our Pratts for the pack. Lad McConkey, James Cook was out of 125. Xavier Leggetti, Drake May, George Kittle, C.J. Stroud, Jonah Ellis, Marshawn Lloyd, Chris Olave, Jonathan Stewart, and Jordan Love. J.J. McCarthy, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Steve Young, Drake May, Terrell Owens, Matt Milano was out of 99. Brock Bowers, Chop Robinson. There's the Michael Penix, brother. Not bad. It's not numbered, but it looks like it's in good shape. I don't see any of that. Here, I can't really show it to you, but I don't see all that weirdness that usually comes with Pandoras. It actually looks semi-gradable. Doug Williams and Gary Clark. Jatavian Sanders, Roma Dunze, Rashad White was out of 200. Brian Thomas Jr. was out of 200. Kyle Pitts, Brian Thomas Jr., Romeo Dobbs, and Lawrence Taylor. Good night, everybody. I'll probably post fairly early tomorrow. Drake May, Jalen Wright out of 399. C.J. Stroud, Trey Benson, Brian Thomas Jr. out of 35. Quentin Johnston, Drake May, Nick Chubb was out of 299. Blake Corum, Caleb Williams, Randy Moss was out of 50. Dan Marino, Xavier Leggetti out of 275. Xavier Worthy, Spencer Rattler, Fred Biletnikoff out of 249. J.J. Watt, Keon Coleman, Troy Aikman, Ricky Parasol and Malik Neighbors. Midnight Constellations, Michael Strahan and Lawrence Taylor. Brett Favre out of 25, 15 out of 25. Lad McConkey. There's our other Pratt, RPA for the Bucks. Steve Largent for the Seahawks out of 20, 10 out of 20. That might be the coolest Steve Largent card I've ever looked at. Sean Alexander out of 25, 12 out of 25. Dennis Smith auto for the Broncos. Phil Sims, Bo Nix auto for the Broncos. Drake May auto for the Pats. And an Eli Manning case hit sign-off for the G-Men. And that's not bad, my friends. And if you're not somebody that got a piece of all that in some degree, you know I've got your back. So, but we'll get back to select tomorrow, and we may even set up for a divvy tomorrow, depending. It all depends, okay? But enjoy the rest of your night, folks. I'll go get this sorted, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip, all right? Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye. Thanks, Kimberly. You have a good one now. All right, bye-bye.